Good morning, students. So, as we have read the poem The Tiger in the Zoo, so let's discuss the rhyme schemes, poetic devices, and the questions of the poem. This poem, as I have told you, talks about a tiger who is in a cage, and here poet suggests us that a tiger should be kept in his natural habitat. Only there he is comfortable and he is happy. So now the rhyme scheme of this poem is A B C D. So how do we figure out the rhyme scheme? So rhyme means that rhyme. What does rhyme mean? All these lines of the poem, here the last word always rhymes with the some other word of other line, so that is called rhyming. So here first word is stripes, then second is cage, quiet, and rage. So stripe, cage, and quiet, these three words are not rhyming with each other, so we will mark stripes A, cage B, and quiet C. But now in fourth line, rage is rhyming with cage. Okay, these both have a same phonetic sound, cage and rage. So what we will call it? We will call it B. So that's how this rhyming scheme is formed, A, B, C, B. And this scheme, rhyming scheme, is followed by every paragraph. So this is your rhyme scheme. Rhyme schemes are important because they are asked, as you all know, that poems are based on multiple choice questions in your question papers, and this type of question could be asked by you. So you should know the rhyme scheme of your poem. And now some poetic devices. I have told you about a poetic devices. First one is personification. Personification we use for generally we use it for tiger, but here it is not used, he is used. Why? Because here personification is done. Why? Because here we are talking about tiger's feelings, we are talking about his habitat, so we have somehow personified tiger here, so that is why he is used here. So first poetic device is personification, and second poetic device is metaphor, which is used here on pads of velvet cord. So here tiger's paws are compared with velvet, because paws are as soft as velvet. That's why the comparison is done here. Basically metaphor compares those two things which are quietly different to each other. So here paws and velvet is quite two different things, so that is why they are compared here for the same quality. These both things have same quality. Paws are as soft as velvet, so that is why it is a metaphor. So this metaphor is used here. So these two poetic devices are used here, and I have told you the rhyme scheme. Let's come to the questions now. Here, thinking about the poem. So first question is, read the poem again and work in pairs or groups to do the following. Number 1, find the words that describe the movement and actions of the tiger and the cage and in the wild. Arrange them in 2 columns. So what you have to do, you have to make 2 columns. In one column you have to put the heading in the cage, and in the other column in the wild, and you have to figure out those words which describe the movement and actions of the tiger in cage and wild. For example, in cage, what are his actions? He stalks in cage. So stalks can be a word, and then few steps of his cage, he's taking few steps of his cage. So similarly you have to find out more words which signifies its movement in cage only. But now if he is in the wild, so lurking in shadows, hiding in shadows, it is a movement. Sliding through long grass, it is also movement. So this type of words and sentences you have to figure out, and you have to put them under 2 columns. Number 1 column is in the cage, and second is in the wild. And now second, find the words that describe the 2 places, and arrange them 2 columns. As you all know, in this poem 2 places are being talked about. One place is your cage, and second place is the jungle or the natural habitat of a tiger. So again you have to make 2 columns, one of cage and one of wild. So you have to figure out the places. So where is the place? Then that is few steps of his cage. Cage is the place where he used to live. And then shadows, under the shadows, behind the trees, and then long grass, and other words like for cage there is a concrete cell, behind bars. These are the words which signifies that he is in cage, and these are the words like long grass, shadows, like terrorizing the village, snarling around houses. So these are the words which shows that he is in his natural habitat. So you have to figure out those words, and you have to write down them in the respective columns. And then question 2, notice the use of word repeated in lines such as these. On pads of velvet quiet, and on the coed rage. So I have told you the meaning of these both coed, why coed is used here. On pads of velvet coed, here coed is used for the coed movement of tiger, and here coed is used for the hidden rage or hidden anger of a tiger. He could not show his anger. Why? Because he is in cage, so that's why he couldn't show his anger. So his anger is here, it is coed or it is hidden. Why? Because he is behind the cage. So this shows, these two words shows the meaning. And then, and stares with his brilliant eyes and the brilliant stars. Here brilliant is used for two different things, stars and eyes, but both are shiny, both are bright. So tiger's eyes are also bright, beautiful, shiny, and stars are also bright, beautiful, and shiny. So here brilliant signifies both the things. Both things are majestic in their own. Tiger's eyes are majestic and stars are also majestic. So here brilliant stands for both of the things. Okay. Then that's these two questions are enough for you. There you have two poems here, the tiger and the panther. You can read it by your own and you can figure out the poems, what is the themes of the poems. You can do it by your own. And that's all for this poem. Just write down these questions and do write down the rhyme scheme and the poetic devices of the poem. These are important. They could be these questions could be asked in your question papers also during your exams.